Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. This is Donald, and I'm the MC of today's MonsoonSIM Enterprise Resource Management Competition 2020 opening ceremony. Nice to see you all here today. The reason I say today is because we have participants from India, Egypt, and the USA. Around the same time zone, of course, we have Australia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, China, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and the Philippines. It is my pleasure now to refer you to the head of MERMC committee, Mr. Abdy Gunawan, for a welcome speech.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Didi. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good morning to our friends in India. Welcome to the MonsoonSIM Enterprise Resources Management Competition 2020 opening ceremony. I'm Didi, and I'm very pleased to see all of you. Some of you have been with us since 2015, and some of you are first-time participants. Today marks our 6th annual MonsoonSIM competition, and we are happy to be able to host it here over Zoom with all of you. Before we get started, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all of you who generously help us in putting this event together. To all our country partner, university partner, and also our sponsor, Yayasan Lions Indonesia, we thank you. In today's opening ceremony, I would like to congratulate all those who made it to this final. You all are already a winner. The competition consists of 2 legs, the preliminary and the final plus video presentation. I will describe it in detail in the roadmap session. Tonight, we will also take this opportunity to launch first, MonsoonSIM new feature, environmental impact in collaboration with Deakin University. Second, a clubhouse, a new page for you all to come and hang out. Okay, without further ado, let's start the MERMC 2020, and good luck to all participants. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, our opening video. MERMC.
This is a fantastic chance for them to collaborate with other universities and to exchange great ideas in teaching and learning and education. And I think students have actually benefited so much from this competition. They have grown so much.
SAP has been supporting MonsoonSIM's regional competition for several years. MonsoonSIM brings the relevance of business simulation into academics. That's the critical part, which is very, very appealing to me.
So part of the competition process is to come here, you enter as competitors and you leave as friends. And if you see the connections that they've made, it's amazing. Not only that, they have started this journey of self-directed learning, which I believe will be important for the future.
MonsoonSIM Enterprise Resources Management Competition.
The engagement and the energy that you get through playing the game is, I didn't quite expect when I played the game that I will be very into it and strive to win. It's actually very different to any other game that you play.
You can simulate the environment that with all the knowledge they can synchronize a solution for the problem that we're given. So this could not be easily taught in the classrooms.
Competition. MonsoonSIM see.
Hope you had enjoyed the video. Now, I'd like to call upon our president, Mr. Abdy Taminsyah, to deliver a speech about MonsoonSIM.
So, in 2010, we decided to build a learning platform that is 100% on the web. And then we say, let's just focus on the why about the business, not the how, which means that we have to drop all our dependence on any particular software package. We do not want that. We want to develop from scratch, and it's totally focused on the why of business. It's concept. Then we say we got to make it very easy, super easy to run, teach, and learn. Then everyone can learn. So no prerequisite needed. We have to make it such that there is a level playing field for everyone, for every university in the world to learn business. Then we must learn horizontally and not vertically, which means that we need to learn in a context where we work with other departments. We are not going to teach our student a vertical business, a vertical knowledge, but a horizontal knowledge, interdepartmental knowledge. Then we say, okay, we got to let our student learn from social interaction. It has to be teamwork. And then they have to learn from experience and mistakes. Furthermore, it must be very affordable. So we have to make unlimited sessions, and it has to be available 24/7, 365. And then we say, okay, we need to trigger critical thinking. How about we build in some business intelligence? So we did. Then we say, why not we have international competition and give them some encouragement and have something to look forward to every year. Then we say, why don't we develop some robots and put some robots into the system and let the robot help the teachers to teach and help the student to learn. Then we say, why don't we have two modes of operation? We can teach using game, and we can also teach using simulation. Then we say, okay, how about we give them some clubs, all right, and club games. Why? That's because we need them to have a community. We need them to have some social interaction among each other so that they can play the game across the globe with everyone in the world without having to rely on their teacher all the time. So on the weekends, off hours, they can play games. Then we say, okay, now they're playing games in a club game, why don't we give them ELO rating? A rating, it's a form of recognition for their hard work. And then we say, okay, why don't we give them the league? Because with league, then the points will be automatically calculated. And that means that everyone can create competition. Every user, every teacher can create their little competition. It could be a class competition, it could be a faculty competition, it could be an inter-university competitions. Then we say, okay, data is the new oil. So get them the access, give them the access to the data that they own, that they run their game, so they have a connection to the data, let them have the data. Then we give them chat, which is very timely in this COVID situation. How about BOSS? Let's give them BOSS. BOSS is the virtual teaching assistant, and that will pop up on the screen to help the student along. So the teacher doesn't have to do that, right? You can just send in the virtual teaching assistant that appears on the screen to teach them. Then we say, why don't we give them micro courses? So the courses are all pre-packaged with teaching content and scoring metrics. So all they have to do is to just click and run the courses. It's all there. Then we say, okay, let's build them a clubhouse, which is what we're going to show you today. Now, at the end of it, this is in summary. There's about close to 30,000 games played so far. There are about 73,000. students globally, number of clubs, number of leagues being played, and then there's international competition, 6 so far, number of countries in this competition, 10, and the number of transactions, it's 88 million transactions that has been carried out by the students. Imagine how much knowledge the students have learned in that 88 million transactions. So the question is, we do all this, we are really inspired by one person. And that person has given us a lot of inspiration, and we put in a lot of energy. We want to continue building a better and better platform so that you can have easier and easier system to teach and to learn. And that person is, and we like to say a big, and that's my speech. Good luck to all the participants today.
This year, we are fortunate to have the prizes sponsorship from Yayasan Lion Indonesia, represented by Mr. Willy Dharma. It is my honor to invite Mr. Willy Dharma of Yayasan Lion Indonesia to speak a few words to tell us a little bit about the organization.
Good evening, everyone.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Willy.
First of all, I want to congratulate MonsoonSIM and of course Abdy as the founders who organized this MERMC 2020. I hope I spelled it well.
It's correct.
Good. MonsoonSIM Enterprise Resource Management Competition, right?
Yes.
2020. Yayasan Lions Indonesia or Lions Indonesia Foundations is very proud and happy to be one of the sponsors of this MERMC 2020. We are affiliated to the big organization, international organization named Lions Club International, established 103 years ago. And in Indonesia, we are already 51 years this year. Our mission is to service people who are in need. We combat like diabetic disease, blindness, environmental vision, and then also relieving the hunger. We also developing of the youngster, the youth. For example, we have Young Lions, we name it Leo. We also have the youth exchange program where we send people outside the country to stay in the Lions family in abroad. Yeah, unfortunately, we cannot do it this year because of the pandemic. We also have the what we call it the eye screening. We do eye screening to all students in Indonesia, and all of many programs that we have done not only in Indonesia but also internationally. I know MonsoonSIM also the mission is similar, which is to educate young generation through experiential learning. So I'm glad that we can support MonsoonSIM, and hopefully we can work together for the futures. And at this moment, I also want to congratulate all the students who is in this competition. I hope they can do it in fun, in happy, yeah, regardless whether they win or lose. So I think that's all. So once again, congratulations to MERMC 2020. Thank you.
Today, we have two special individuals to share with us their experience with MonsoonSIM. The first is Dr. Scott. Dr. Scott is an experienced entrepreneur, active academic, CPA, lifelong learner, enthusiastic teacher, motivating consultant and coach, and a proud veteran of the United States of America. I think he's in the Navy veteran, that's right. He's also the author of Your Complete Guide to Succeeding with LinkedIn.
Donald, thank you so much. I want to meet that guy.
You're welcome.
Full introduction. Sincere pleasure to be here. When Abdy asked me to speak for 2 minutes as one of the newest countries to join the MonsoonSIM family, my first reaction was excitement at being able to represent the US and express my thanks to you, recognize the efforts of the incredible MonsoonSIM team, thank my fellow facilitators and trainers for their warm welcome, and last but definitely not least, recognize and congratulate the amazing student competitors that are making it all possible. My second reaction was, 2 minutes? Hold on, I'm an academic. Maybe 15 minutes would be enough to get an inspiring idea across. Better yet, give me an hour for a lecture. I can really have an impact. But 2 minutes, you gotta be kidding me. I'll do my best to honor that 2-minute timing. So in those 2 minutes, of which a quarter is probably already used up, please let me share 2 sets of thoughts and ideas that mean something to me and I hope might inspire you as well. The first is the idea of hard skills and soft skills. They're needed for success in life. We hear a lot about the hard skills, the technical, analytical, the critical thinking skills that I might call the book smarts, things that we should be getting through our formal schooling. We're also hearing more and more about those soft skills, the emotional intelligence, teamwork, communication skills, which we ultimately need to really succeed personally and professionally, which is harder to obtain in school unless we get involved in other activities like MonsoonSIM. Excuse me. Just yesterday, I was attending an international virtual summit about 24 hours ago by the IFAC, International Federation of Accountants. Featured an amazing group of participants from around the globe. And there's a keynote speaker, very insightful futurist named Daniel Burris. He emphasized the skills needed for success in the future, which he summarized into 12 competencies and worth a read. And if I had 15 minutes, I might do a little deeper dive, but bottom line, they can be summarized into developing these hard and soft skills. I'd like to reframe those 2 terms, the hard and soft skills, into one and use the term success skills. And MonsoonSIM inspires those success skills, the analytical abilities, the improved teamwork, enhanced communications, and it's all integrated into an experience that will develop skills for life. And you might not even realize that you're developing these success skills, but you are. That's a major reason why I'm so excited to have my students and me involved in this amazing growth experience. Yes, it's an experience, one which will help you along your career path, along whatever direction you choose. The second parting thought is something that I hope I can have a further lasting impact on your success. The Monsoon team has initiated another resource for all of us. We have a LinkedIn group to share career ideas and other inspirations. I have going to be placing in the chat 3 things for you to review. First is going to be the link to that LinkedIn group. It's called the MonsoonSIM Career Toolkit, Resources to Jumpstart Your Career. I would urge you to join if you choose. Second is a request for you to directly add your LinkedIn URL to the chat. I encourage you to connect to your fellow go-getters, the MonsoonSIM family members, and networking is key in helping you with long-term success, so start today. And third, as an entrepreneur, veteran, and manager, I always had the philosophy of not asking my peers and subordinates to do the things I myself am not willing to do. So I'm including my own LinkedIn address and would welcome the opportunity to connect with you. And by the way, when you do, as the book was mentioned earlier, I wrote the LinkedIn book, don't just click on connect, but you should also get in the habit of personalizing that invite, like, nice to see you on that MonsoonSIM opening ceremonies. As a fellow participant, would be honored to be added to your LinkedIn professional network. Again, thank you for the opportunity to be here and to have my students, my country, and me share in this exciting opportunity while becoming a part of the global MonsoonSIM family. Might have been closer to 3 minutes, but thank you for not cutting me off. I wish everybody luck in the competition.
Okay, we go ahead with the competition roadmap.
So here our roadmap. We have 3 stages. First, preliminary league. Second, video presentation. And then champion league. For preliminary, we will have 5 group league, and each group has maximum 11 clubs. Because we already have 51 clubs, so there will be one group consists of 11 clubs, and the others is 10 clubs. And then I will draw which club belong to which group later on draw session. Each group will have 2 games. First game will be held on 21st November and second game is 28th November at 8:30 GMT +8 for Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Malaysia, and Philippines, 7:30 for Jakarta and Bangkok, and 7:30 a.m. for New York, USA. Committee will publish the game 1.5 hours before starting, means 7:30 p.m. GMT +8. And the student can see the configuration and scoring metrics. And each club can join the club games 1 hour before starting. And then the club games, there will be a password. I will email the club game password on 18 November, tomorrow, to every participant email. Each club will join only to their group. If they accidentally join the other game, then they will get 0 point. And then after the 2 games, only the top 2 clubs of each group will go through the champion league and the video presentation. League ranking is based on MonsoonSIM league rule. And if there is a tie break in the point, so we will totaling the scoring metric from first game and the second game for tie breaking. Then for video presentation, only for each top 2 club of preliminary league who can submit this video. This video scoring is 30% of the grand final score. The video title is Describe How You Will Ensure Success in Your Real Business Using Concept Learned from MonsoonSIM. Keyword is skill, strategy, operation, management, and teamwork. Video length maximum 6 minutes or 360 seconds. And the deadline is 5th December, 23:59 GMT +8. And the link must be sent to info@monsoonsim.com with the email subject, video presentation, MERMC 2020, and your team name. Your video can be in English or your local language with English subtitle. And on 5th December until 11th December, judges will judge the video. The judge will judge the video based on creativity 30% and the content 70%. So creativity 30% equal around 9% of total grand final score, and the content equal to 21% of the total grand final score. And then for the champion league, also from top 2 clubs from each preliminary league group. So total only have 10 clubs advanced to champion league. Champion league will be held on Saturday, 12 and 19 December at 7 p.m. GMT +8. Same like preliminary, we have 110 virtual days and 40 seconds per day. And also committee will publish the game 1.5 hours before, and students can see the configuration and all the scoring metrics. Each club can join the club game 1 hour before starting. League ranking and the tie breaking is also same with the preliminary league. The total point of the both games is 70% of grand final. So we will calculate it like this. Both game points is 70%, video presentation is 30%. And with total score, we will get the winner. And then for disclaimer and general rules, all participants are responsible for their own internet access and device. So we don't accept those kind of complaint. Version 8 has been proven stable, but we cannot guarantee that it's 100% free of problem. Our infrastructures depend on many third parties, Amazon, etc., and that beyond our control. So participant will accept whatever decision MonsoonSIM committee will make in the matter. Any club or team who is discovered to have cheated in this competition, including hack or attempt to hack in the whatever form, will be disqualified. Okay, Donna, I think my roadmap already clear.
Thank you very much, Didi. Now it is time to meet the MERMC 2020 competitors.
MERMC. MERMC.
Assalamualaikum and hi everybody. My name is Dr. Muhammad Shah Kasim from Azman Hashim International Business School, University Technology Malaysia, and we have been sending teams to the regional competition since 2016. The regional competition has benefited our students in many ways. To all participating teams, I wish all the best. And for our UTM and Malaysian teams, UTM boleh, Malaysia boleh. Thank you and bye-bye.
The MonsoonSIM ERN competition is intense yet fun. I'm often intrigued by the number of business strategies employed during the competition.
Hi, my name is Zulkifli from UTM. I strongly believe that National MonsoonSIM competition could enhance critical and creative thinking, as well as to increase the level of self-efficacy among students. See you at the top. All the best.
Those are the 51 teams of competitors we have this year, and they come from Australia, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and the Philippines. Wish them the best of luck in the competition. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce the 6 judges of this competition. First, we have Miss Elaine. Miss Elaine Liew is the regional co-founder of GDEXA. It's called Global Digital Excellence Association. Skills for the Digital Future. And she's also the Regional Vice President of Palo Alto Network in Asia Pacific. Elaine is an expert coach and an experienced business leader. Miss Elaine Liew, please have a word.
Hi, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I was very pleased to be part of this judge panel. Thank you for the invitation. First of all, congratulate to Abdy and the team for a 10-year journey together for the students. And secondly is that I've attended previous MonsoonSIM games. Here are some of the tips that I would offer you. Number 1, take risks, but measure the risk. Number 2, be prepared for surprises. All right. Number 3, be logical, rational thinking, but challenge your assumption. Number 3. Number 4 is collaboration. It is important. Number 5, operate under stress and pressure. And number 6, most important, is you've got to have fun. Now, this is all the 6 tips I offer you, and I enjoy this journey with you. Thank you so much. As a GDEXA founder, I offer unconditional mentor and support for all young, aspiring professionals and mid-career transitionals to take digital knowledge to the next frontier. Just a little collection. There's no identity under Palo Alto Network in this presentation. Just a little correction. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Second judge is Dr. Trianggoro Wiradinata. He's the Dean School of Information Technology at University Ciputra, and also the Director of Apple Developer Academy, Indonesia.
Thank you for the MonsoonSIM for inviting me as the jury. Our university has been using MonsoonSIM, I think it's more than 4 years. And we are really enjoying using MonsoonSIM to teach about the business process and also how IT technology can help lots of enterprise to learn about how we can learn enterprise resource planning. So my message is congratulations to all the team who are competing. And my 2 tips are, first, enjoy the learning journey. And my second tip is don't forget to celebrate any failures. Just enjoy the competition. Thank you, Donald.
You're welcome, Dr. Trianggoro. Next, we have Dr. Edwin Lim. Dr. Lim is the senior lecturer at Deakin University. He is also the teaching and learning innovation coordinator at the Department of Accounting, Deakin University, Australia.
On behalf of Dr. Edwin, I'd like to say that he cannot make it, and he just want to wish everybody good luck and congratulates to all the participants that have made it so far. That's from Dr. Edwin.
Okay, next we have Mr. Redmer Schukken. Mr. Redmer has more than 20 years of experience in digital business. As the chairman of ICE House,
I wish all the participants good luck in this competition. I know especially Abdy, our chairman, from my old days in the ERP, where I've spent 10 years in SAP. But now for the last 10 years, I've been in the mobile space, which is different and also exciting. I would want to say to all the participants, try to think out of the box. Most often, the most creative proposals and solutions are the ones that are the best. So good luck to you guys.
Next, we have Mr. Alex Lam. Mr. Alex Lam is the Chief Financial Officer of Billion Bright Hong Kong Company Limited. Mr. Mike Christie, as the Vice President's Operation, Captain Singapore, Mr. Mike is responsible for operation and academic teams and also lead their employability and student affairs team. And next, I'd like to invite our president, Mr. Abdy, again to launch our latest MonsoonSIM feature, Environmental Impact.
So I'm going to create a new game in version 8.1. That's an R&D version. So I'm going to call it Environmental Impact, okay? So I'm going to create a game called Environmental Impact, and I'm going to select my server, which is my lab in Australia. Okay, and then I'm going to use the default configuration in Australia. There we go. So I have created a game. A game is starting. So there we go. Now I'm going to run the game live. Now, as you can see, in our prepackaged courses, I have created a game called Environmental Impacts, all right? And these are all pre-selected modules. And this is to expose the learner to the concept of environmental impacts. Production logistics will have the impacts and so on. And we have even selected the scoring metrics for you. Okay, so with this, I'm just going to load this game. Notice how the whole thing will change once I load this game. It will say that I'm going to turn on the environmental from no to yes, and then I have my scoring metric set up. So I'm going to select it, and there you go. So I have all my pre-selected modules set up. I have a wholesale, warehouse, forecast, marketing, and production and maintenance. Okay, so with this, I'm going to run the game, but before that, I'm going to quickly set up a few teams. Now in robot 1, I'm going to put in a robot learner. So I would like him to make their own business decision. Okay, 3 robots, 3 teams, and then I'm going to put a virtual learner here. This guy is not a robot, so it's not going to make any business decision. All right, so my game has been set up, and then I'm going to run the game. Before I run, let me tell you what are the environmental impacts here. There we go. Here are the 4 new parameters, okay? Environmental impact 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what are they? They are energy usage. The unit of measurement is kilowatt hour. And the second parameter is carbon emission for production, and it is in the unit of kilogram carbon dioxide equivalent. Then the third one is waste. So you can change this, right? You can change this naming. You can change it to solid waste, liquid waste, plastic, whatever. But the unit of measurement is gram. And then the fourth one is for shipping. So the unit of measurement is, so it's carbon emission for shipping. Again, you can change this to your liking, all right? But the unit of measurement stays. There you go. And then another parameters that we have to set is on the production in the machine. Look at the machine. In each of the machine now, there is a specification for environmental impact. So for this particular machine, for 1 unit product produced, it will generate 0.001 kilowatt hour. And for the second impact, for the carbon emission, is going to generate 0.0042 and so on. So you have you're going to play the environment. Here are the machine specification for the environment. Obviously, the second machine will also have their own measurement, the specification. Okay, now with this different specification, that means the learner have to decide which machine to buy, because some machine will be cheaper, but they are more environmental unfriendly, and some are more expensive, but is friendlier. So they have to make that decision, or they simply do not manufacturing anything. They can just do outsourcing. And if you do that, then you're going to incur shipping environmental impact. And here are the shipment environmental impact, which is 0.01 equivalent carbon dioxide kilogram per kilometer travel. Okay, so having all these parameters, then I can simply run the game. I'm going to initialize the game, and I am going to run. So I'm going to let it run. So I'm going to leave it running because I'm going to show you a second thing that we are launching today. And the second one that we're launching is a clubhouse. We're going to come back to here and we'll show you what the result is, okay, at the end of 20 days. So now I'm going to bring you the latest one, which is the clubhouse. Notice now in your club, so this is your club. As I mentioned earlier, everyone have their own club. So we have how many clubs now? We have about 870 club right now. And we have a number of club games currently going on. And here are a number of club games going on. There's a lot of tornado here, and there's a lot of league going on in Taiwan. And there's also some league going on in somewhere in the world, so somewhere in Thailand. Sometimes I saw in Hong Kong. Sometimes I saw it in Indonesia, in Malaysia. Okay, fine. But now look at this. We have a new thing called Clubhouse. And there we go. So the Clubhouse, first of all, when you come into the Clubhouse, you're going to have a chat, right? You'll see who is online and you can chat away, and you can ask a friend, maybe they want to form a club and so on. And secondly, we have a top club ELO rating. So all the ELO rating, all the hard work that these guys have been putting in is now being recognized in the form of an ELO rating ranking. All right. And then we have the certified facilitator, the most active one for the past 30 days. For example, Dr. May in Taiwan has, in the last 30 days, is running 98 sessions and so on. All right. Moving to the second column, we have a featured game here. So there's only one featured game at any one time, and it's going to be selected by admin, because not every game should be featured. So when we featured a game, you will see live data pop out in this game as you sit here and watch. Okay, you will see the statistic of the game, and you will see even much more elaborate programs, such as we are going to embed a data analytics things here. So you can sit here and you can use the data analytic and analyze the data live as you watch the game. Then we have upcoming games here that is going to happen in 1 minute, 16 seconds, and another game is happening in 1 hour, 1 minute, and 11 seconds. So here are the upcoming games which you can join. Of course, if you like to join, you simply come here and then you join. Okay, so here's where you join. Now, apparently, I think Dr. May is busy with this because there's some people joining their game. But anyway, let's go back to the Clubhouse. There you go. And here are the active leagues currently going on. The leagues and the, what do you call it, the leaderboard, okay, the ranking for the leagues. Then you have the latest forum messages that you can simply click and share with, let's say, whatever you want to say, just say, and it will be appearing here and so on. So you can have messages that are live or messages that you recorded here. And then we have the latest club activity. So this is the latest Clubhouse, gentlemen. So hopefully that you can build more community here and also form more clubs here. Now, let's go back to the environmental impact that we have earlier. Now we are on day 24. So one more day, it will end. But at the same time, maybe I can take a look at the result. So let's take a look at the result. Remember, when I load the club, when I loaded the course, the KPI of the metrics is also being loaded. So now let's take a look at the result. And here are the results. So notice that we have 3 KPI here, net profit. Let's not look at it. gross profit. Let's not look at it, but let's take a look at our overall environmental pollution index. This means that this team, R3, is the lowest, is the least polluted, is the most friendly, environmental friendly company. Sorry, this team. So this is the human, because human is not doing anything. So they have the highest score. Okay, so R3 is doing the most production. That's why it's get the lowest score, because it has the most pollution. So it is the lower the better. So in this case, we're looking at the lower the better, 30%, and that's why the human has the highest point, because they are not doing anything. Okay, now you can also watch the environmental KPI here if you like to watch. For example, you want to compare all the environmental KPI, you can do a half screen and you can see the results. Okay, so in terms of carbon emission shipping, this is what happened, and in terms of carbon emission production, and so on, energy usage and waste and overall environmental pollution index. Now, this is a total summation. So all it summed to be 100%. So you want to be as low as possible, right? So that's what the human is. That's why it's scoring the highest, because the lowest is the better. So is the learners. If you go to the learners screen, let's pick learner, let's say R2, then you will see that the R2, you can see their KPI, look at their KPI in terms of the environment, and then you will see, okay, so there we have it. That's the environmental impacts. Now notice there's, for example, I do not have time to show in this opening, but let me just say it in advance that maintenance also play a part of it. So when you have a machine and you don't maintain it, then the machine will be more unfriendly. They will have more carbon emissions. So these are all tied together. Again, MonsoonSIM is all about interdepartmental process and concept. So maintenance is all related also. All right, so there we have it. Thank you.
Well, it's time now to do the drawing. This is the highlight of the evening. 51 teams will be drawn into 5 groups. There is a group consisting of 11 teams, the rest 10. It is going to be done by machine, randomly. This is what happened. I believe we have about 7 teams from each of the participating country. There is a possibility that all the 7 teams can go into one group. And this is something that we don't want to see. The maximum number of each country can come to a group is 4. So if there's any group that has 5 teams from one country, we'll do it again, we'll withdraw again. And it's a very fast process. Let's go ahead, Didi.
Okay. Now I will share my screen. Okay. So, okay, I already put all the team, all the club from Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Philippines, Taiwan, and US and Australia. Okay, I will generate the groups, so it will goes to 5 groups. Okay, let's count. 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if there are any. Check. For the student, please screenshot, and yeah, remember your group.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope we are okay with the teams here in the group.
Good.
And good luck to everybody. You know who your competitors are, and give it the best shot when time comes. And the first, as Didi mentioned before, there will be this preliminary on the 21st and the 28th, and the top 2 teams of each group will advance to the Champion League on December 12th and the 19th. And good luck to you all. Okay, this is what it is.
By the way, I do have a letter to share from Edwin. So the environmental is a result of a collaboration with Deakin University, and I need to mention it, obviously. So here is what he says, all right? He's congratulating everyone, and he just say that the reason why we built this is that the company in contemporary business environment, we need to consider both financial and non-financial risk in decision making, and that we are going toward the sixth capital. That is, we are going to look at the report from financial point of view, manufacturer point of view, intellectual point of view, human, social, and natural point of view. Therefore, he said, thank MonsoonSIM for the exciting and rewarding collaboration this year. We have successfully launched 2 innovative modules, the first being the R&D and the capital budgeting, which we launched in September. And that, again, it will not be in a competition, but that is something that we will put into the next project, which is the integrated reporting. And then the second feature is the environmental impact that is today. Again, this too will lead to the launching of the integrated reporting feature in 2021. And that he said that this has been an incredible importance for as customers have become more environmentally conscious, and most countries have committed to the Paris Agreement on climate change and in progressing toward a climate resilient economy. And that's one of the reasons why we do this. So hopefully the new modules will enrich your teaching, learning experience. We look forward to more collaboration with MonsoonSIM and other institutions in the future. Wish MonsoonSIM all the best and so on. And best wishes, Christine and Dr. Edwin. That's the message from them. Good. I'm done. Thank you.